Hi, my name's Dave Milton and today we're going to be looking at the Miniax XYZ manipulator. Today we'll be looking at entry-level XYZ manipulator, the Miniax. We'll give you the part codes, some of the usage, and we'll also explain about the LMD dimension when you're dealing with rotary drives and sample holders. On the table we have our entry-level XYZ manipulator, which we call the Miniax. I'll go through a few of the feature benefits with this and explain to you. As you can see, this is a single edge welded bellows that does the X, Y and Z travel. The cross roller slides on the X and Y are all metal. This is bakeable to 200 degrees. It's compatible with all our rotary drives and sample holders that we sell. The Z direction travel comes in 50 or 100 millimeters of travel. The X and Y is plus or minus 12.5 millimeters of travel. The flange size comes as a standard 152 millimeters, but we can do a 70 millimeters if you wish, and there's also a 70 millimeter mounting top flange on here as well. The tap threads on here are M6, and on the bottom we have a double bolt hole which is M8, and you have 4 mini port feed throughs for any feed throughs that you wish to put inside, or you can actually add cooling to this as well. So to the part codes of these, as I mentioned, the two size, the 50 and 100. If you have the 152 flange, the part code would be ZXYZ 05 for the 50mm, 15 for the 150, and for the 100mm travel would be ZXYZ 1015. If you had the 70mm flange on the bottom with a 50mm travel, it would be a ZXYZ 0570, and for the 100mm travel would be a ZXYZ 1070. I'll explain why this is the entry-level XYZ manipulator over the next one up, which is the HPT. On the HPT, that has recirculating bearings for the Z travel, where in this they're glacier bushers. So this is why this is limited to 200 degrees C bake out. Also on the HPT you have side cheeks, which the ruler is mounted on, where on this you can see that the indexing for the travel is actually engraved into the shaft. Also the HPT can be fully motorised, where this one can't be motorised. This is a manual only device. You may be wondering what this pin is doing inside on the top of the X and YZ. All our manipulators come with a transit pin, and the reason for the transit pin is if it's shocked during transit, then there's no vibration that's transmitted directly to the micrometers. Also, when we ship these, the micrometers are left free, again to take any risk of shock out. In this case, on this one, the pin is just simply removed, and you should keep the pin because it does actually reposition the centre. So if you ever take the micrometers off and you want to reset the micrometers to the 12.5 position, that's the easy way of doing it. To explain about the LMD dimensions, which is absolutely critical when you're ordering a manipulator, the reason for this is we need to know where the sample holder will start in your load lock, and then the final position while you're doing the experiment or whatever you may be doing on it. So for this we're using the entry-level Miniax, the XYZ manipulator, with the basic RD1 primary only rotary drive and the SH1 sample holder. So with the sample holder removed, we'll explain about the L dimension first. This is the dimension from the flange to the tip of the rotating shaft. If you have the RD2, you have the push rod as well. That does not count, it's just the end of the rotary shaft, which is the L dimension. Now if you buy a sample holder, which will fit, and if you've got all your wiring and all this will be done for you, we will need to know the D dimension. This will be the only measurement that we would be interested in, and the D dimension is from the flange to the centre of the rotating table. Now the D dimension is made up of L from here to the end of the rotating shaft plus 66 millimeters from this point, this shoulder here, to the centre on the SH1 or 2. On the SH2F, which is the extended one, which gives you plus or minus 180, it's L plus 103 millimeters. That's just for your reference. We will only need to know the D dimension. So I hope you found the short video interesting. We've looked at the part codes, we've looked at the LMD dimension, which is a frequently asked question, and we've also looked at the spec of this over the HPT manipulator we also sell. If you found this video interesting, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.